Hi guys, it's Becca, your yoga teacher and friend. I'm here today to bring you another beginner flow, just something with a few different poses, things that you might not have tried before. And it'll be a short 15 to 20 minute class. And I will see you on your mat. So we're going to begin today's session just lying on your back. You can leave the feet grounded and the knees bent and pointing up. And then just lower yourself all the way down onto your spine. If it's comfy, you can let the knees just fall in towards each other and let your arms come down by your sides. Draw your chin down a little towards your throat and your neck so that you can feel the back of your neck just lengthen a little here. Take a few moments to settle in, to get comfy, allowing your body to arrive. Allowing your back to just press down on the mat and to lengthen out the spine. You can have your eyes closed and we just start to connect to your breath. So start to deepen each inhale, bring more intention and awareness to that breath by really drawing in your breath to your chest, to your ribs, to the belly, and then open your mouth, just sigh out, let go. And again, to the chest, to the ribs, to the belly, sigh out, let go. Continue with that breath, breathing in. And this time keep the lips sealed, breathe back out, same length of time. So about 3-second inhale through the nose and 3-second exhale out. Just take 3 more in your own time. And then start to bring a little bit of movement. Just wiggle your fingers. You can rock your head slightly side to side. You can start to blink the eyes open and inhale, reach both arms all the way back behind you. You can grab hold of the hands, turn the palms away and then push the arms overhead so that your shoulders shrug up towards your ears, feeling that stretch. And then bring both arms down, bring both knees in, curling just into a little ball on your back and take a slight rock side to side. You can circle the knees in both directions. And then we're just going to drop the knees to one side. Bring your hands just in front of your face on the side that you've turned to. And then push into that palm, lift yourself up to sitting and swivel your legs back behind so that you can come into a tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees just underneath the hips. You're going to push the hands away and you're going to tuck the toes. Just a couple of cat-cows here. So start to lift your tailbone and your chest. There's a very gentle arch. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, drop the head, round the spine up. Lead with the hips, start to lift the tailbone, let the mid-back drop, and then you push into the hands, that helps you to lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round. Inhale, lift tailbone, chest, gaze forwards. Exhale to round, just last one. In your own time, think about that breath, inhale. And exhale. And then bring your spine back to neutral. Pause. And then we're going to untuck the toes. Walk the hands back towards the knees. So we're actually going to get a bit of a stretch for the base or the front of the ankles. So you come all the way to sitting on the heels. Walk the hands in. And all we're going to do here is take a side body stretch. So both arms can reach up overhead. You can grab hold of the right wrist with your left hand. Reach that right arm straight up. And then exhale, tilt over to the left side. You could even close the eyes, just keep that softness. Inhale to come back, switch grip. So grab hold of the left arm, reach that arm up. And then exhale, tilt to the right side. And then inhale to come back. Release both hands back out in front, so you're facing forwards on your mat. You can tuck the toes. We're going to push into the hands and start to lift the knees, and then you're going to step the feet forwards towards the back of the wrists. Your fingertips might come off, and then we're going to stay in a forward fold or your ragdoll pose. So feet at hip distance, mini bend in the knees, grab hold of opposite elbows, let the elbows fall down to the belly, almost touches the top of the thighs, head drops. So feeling this opening in the back of the hamstrings. You can take a slight sway side to side. You can nod your head yes or shake it no. And then just release the fingertips down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. So lengthen the arms and the spine. So the hands might even come onto the shins to really get that back nice and flat. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips can come back down. Drop the head. A mountain pose. Now before we rise, just check in with the feet. Are they quite wide, or can you toe heel the feet a little bit closer together? Then push into the heels, scoop in the belly. Start to round up through the spine until you come to standing. And then we're just going to sweep the arms all the way up overhead, palms together. Exhale, little bend in the knees, fold forward, hinge at your hip to come down. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees so you can bring the fingertips to the ground. Right foot will stay where it is. Lift your left heel and then slide that left foot as far back as it can go. Lower your knee down. And then we're going to come to a low lunge. So push into that front foot, let both arms sweep up overhead. You can interlace the hands, point the index finger up, reach up, and then tilt to the right hand side. So you'll feel this extra stretch on the side body in the front of the left hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tilt to the left. You've got to work on a bit of balance here too. Inhale to come back. Release both hands down. And then slide that right foot on right knee back into your tabletop position. Tuck the toes. Step the hands a little bit further forward so they're just ahead of the shoulders now. And then push the hands forwards. The hips will come back towards the heels. And then start to lift the knees, lift the hips. And finding a downward facing dog pose. Breathe in, keep pushing the hands away, let the armpits open. Breathe out. Another breath in. Breath out. And then on your inhale, lift both heels, look forward, start to step the feet forwards again. So they come just behind the wrists. Ragdoll. See if you can bring the opposite forearm now over top. If last time your kind of dominant way is having right forearm on top, bring the left arm on top and hang here. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Belly can be touching the top of the thighs. And a little bit of movement always feels quite nice. And release your fingertips down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthen. Hands can come onto the shins. Exhale, fold. Prepare for mountain so you can wiggle the feet slightly closer. And then slowly rounding, scooping in the belly to rise up. Arms sweep up just for one breath. Wide up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips to come down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthen. Bend the knees, fingertips come down. Left foot stays there this time. Lift the right heel. Slide the right foot as far back as it can go. And lower that knee. Push into your front foot. Inhale to rise up. Low lunge position. Interlace the hands. Index finger points up. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, tilt to your right side. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, tilt to your left side. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, both hands come each side of your front foot. And then slide that left foot back. Pause, tabletop position. From this tabletop, send the knees nice and wide. Bring the toes together to touch. Send your hips back and let both arms slide out in front. Rest your forehead down for child's pose. Think about that breath, 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. And then start to bring yourself back up through all fours, but leave those hands where they are. Slide the knees in, tuck the toes, come again to a downward facing dog, lifting the knees. And then lift both heels, look forward, start to tiptoe the feet to the very top of your mat. You can come high onto the fingertips, or maybe the hands come away from the ground. Fold forward, just one breath. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthen. Bend the knees, fingertips down. Right foot stays, left heel lifts. Slide that left foot as far back as it can go. And then our challenge here is to push into that front foot and reach both arms up for your low lunge or crescent lunge. So I've got a bend in that front knee. This back knee can be down, but see if you can lift it off the mat. You're really opening the front of this thigh. Another breath in, and then ground your left heel so the toes are facing this long edge. Warrior two, right foot is still facing forwards. Just a breath in here. Breath out. Notice if that right knee is straightening, keep the bend and keep the knee kind of peeling open so you can see the big toe as you look down. Another breath in. On your exhale, we're just going to cartwheel both hands down each side of your front foot. Then you lift that back heel and you can step to a downward facing dog. From here, start to shift the body forwards over the wrists and lower your knees down. And then here, step the hands a little bit further forwards. Bring the shoulders over the wrist. Bend the elbows, lower the chest. Let the toes untuck. And then inhale, just lift the chest. Squeezing the elbows into your ribs, looking forwards. Exhale, release. Retuck your toes. Push into the hands and the hips up and back to heels. And then lift your hips, downward facing dog. Just a breath in here. Keep pushing the hands away. Breath out. Another breath in. Breath out. Lift both heels, look forward, start to tiptoe the feet to the top. Hands might come off. Forward fold, just one breath. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the fingertips. Left foot stays there, lift the right heel. Slide that right foot back. And then see if you can come into your high lunge on the other side. So you push into that front heel. Both arms reach up. You can always have a little bend in that back knee. Zipping in and up in the belly. So scooping that belly in. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in and then ground your right heel down. Let the arms open. Warrior two. So still this bend in the front knee and you want that knee to be just peeling open. Another breath in, look forwards. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down each side of your front foot. Lift your back heel and see if you can step to downward facing dog. This time lower both knees. Send them nice and wide, bring the toes together. Sit the hips back to the heels, slide the arms forward. Child's pose, 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Breath in, breath out. One more. Lift yourself back up to all fours. Slide the knees in. Tuck the toes. Push into the hands. We're going to lift the knees off and then walk the hands back towards your feet. So you're at the back of your mat in your ragdoll position. Start to push into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And from here we're going to come into a balance pose called your aeroplane balance. So from where I am, I'm going to step the right foot halfway up the mat. So your left heel lifts. Hands can then be at heart center or on your hips. So a little more stability, hands a little lower. And you can be near a wall if you just want to have kind of one fingertip on the wall. So start to lean forwards and then lift the left toes off. You're squeezing that left butt cheek, letting the chest tilt forwards. So you come almost into a capital T shape. There can be a little bend in the standing leg. You can still have that foot just touching the ground if you need to. If you're with hands on hips, bring them together to heart center. Or for full airplane, let the arms open back behind. Palms facing down, but lifting a little in the chest. Just one more breath wherever you are. Exhale, soften, bring the left toes down, and then bring the right foot back. A little bit of a shake out just at the back of your mat, and we'll find that on the other side. So hands to hips, left foot steps halfway up the mat. You can lift the right heel. Lift up through the chest, and then start to tilt. As you tilt, the right toes come off the ground. Keep going. Mini bend in that knee. Just helps to activate those muscles, and then you can straighten, but you don't want to lock out that knee. Airplane, hands can then come to heart center. Active through the right toes, which are reaching back. Arms can open. Breath in. Balance wherever you are. For one more, inhale, lifting a little in the chest. Exhale, softly lower the right toes. And then step the left foot back. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift flat back. Bend the knees. Hands come down, walk them out. Come onto the knees. And then swivel your legs to one side, sit down on your bum. Come all the way back into the same place that we started. So you can lower onto the back. And before we close, we're going to just open through the hips. So that might have been a little challenging on the glutes with the balance. So leave the left foot there. Bring the right knee in. You can bring the hands to the top of the knee. And this is your reclined half pigeon. So right ankle just rests on the top of the knee. And then you can walk the left toes in. Maybe reach both hands each side of that left foot. Active with the right toes. And you're pushing right knee away from you and pulling the right ankle towards you. So you're feeling this through the outside edge of the right leg. Just another breath in. Breath out. Gently start to release. Replace that right foot down, and we switch sides. Draw the left knee in, hands on top of the knee. And then take it across onto the top of the right knee. Hands can then reach each side of the right leg, sliding the foot in. They can interlace behind the thigh. And then you're pushing the left knee away from you, and then pulling the knee towards the left ankle. Another breath in and breath out. Gently start to release. Place the right foot down, replace left foot down. Arms down by the side, just a minute here, Shavasana. Lengthen the legs. Shrug the shoulders down away from the ears. And just take a breath in. Let it go. Start to bring your awareness back. Wiggle toes, wiggle fingers. Roll your head side to side. Reach the arms overhead, point the toes. And then bring your arms down, bring the knees in. And you can roll to one side, push yourself up to seated. Hands can come together. Just Breathe in here. Sigh out. Blink the eyes open. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys. Please click a like and subscribe above. Pass this on to friends. You can contact me. My details will be on the next slide. BeccaYogaUK, Facebook, Instagram. And hopefully I will see you at one of these soon. Have a wonderful day. And hopefully I will see you at one of these soon. Have a wonderful day.